Hey guys, my name's Alex, and my rocket pitch is for a study guide app called Minerva, after the Roman goddess of wisdom and intelligence, the counterpart to Athena in Greek mythology. So that's the name. But basically, what do you mean by study guide app, Alex? Well, what I mean by study guide app is, we go to courses, we go to lecture, but then we go back to our dorms or to wherever we're living, and we need to find supplemental resources to supplement that learning in the classroom, right? Maybe we didn't get to ask all the questions we wanted to ask. Maybe we need to watch a YouTube video. Maybe we need to watch a Khan Academy video or read a Wikipedia article to cement our understanding and to learn. I mean, I don't know anyone that doesn't do that, right? You come home from class and, before a test or whatever, you're studying online resources. Now, the thing is you can do that, so what's the point of this product? Well, you're wasting time scouring the internet for these resources. You open like 100 tabs, some of them are good. You watch a YouTube video for 2 or 3 minutes, it's not really relevant or isn't teaching you as much as you wanted. You close it out. So there's all this inefficiency involved, right? There's no central place for you to get the resources that are most helpful to learning a particular concept. So in Minerva, we're going to have, it's very simple. I'm not going to create content myself, right? That's very intensive. What instead I'm going to do is for each subject, for each category, for each concept that learners, students are trying to learn, we have a list of resources, and you can upvote them. Users can both submit them and vote on whether they were helpful or not, similar to the way you can upvote or downvote a YouTube video. But it's organized. So, let's say, you're in, CS542, machine learning. That was a course I took earlier this summer in person at BU. You're going to have, maybe a Wikipedia article, maybe a Khan Academy article, maybe a YouTube video, maybe I found a really great interactive online free textbook. But what we're going to do is we're going to put that in one place, and we're going to organize it by how many upvotes it has. So once you view that resource, then you can upvote it, and you can say that was helpful or no, it wasn't. And the ones that are the most helpful are going to move to the top. So you don't waste any time just scouring the internet for resources, and that's the idea here. And I think this sector is really important. You've seen massive open online courses on platforms like Coursera, valued at over $1 billion, by the way. I mean, they're taking off. They're usually free or very low cost compared to a traditional college education. Duolingo is a great example of a learning app. It teaches users languages and like bite-sized kind of lessons, 30 different languages, and it's valued at $700 million. And that was like, a year or two ago. So I think there's a lot of opportunity here. In terms of price, I want to make this app a free download. When you have a paid download, it's hard to even get people to download it in the first place. It's just hard to convince them. I'm not really concerned about that. I just want to make it free at first. Just get as many users on there as possible, because having users adds value, to your company. For example, WhatsApp, no revenue, but they had so many users, they were acquired for $13 billion. I mean, that's an extreme case, but what I mean is that my end game for this, in terms of the business, would be to sell it to someone like Pearson, a company like Blackboard, the developer of the online campus system that we currently use. Quickly have it acquired and integrated into their product line, or something like that. We could monetize the app through a premium plan. I have experience in artificial intelligence, machine learning, data science. We could do some premium features like artificial intelligence assisted learning, those kind of things that, really get people's attention. They can pay just a little bit more for the paid plan for that. But that's kind of where I'm going with price. With place, it's not relevant because this is not a physical product or a physical business. I don't need any real estate. It's not a restaurant like some of you guys are pitching. So that's not important. But promotion and marketing. So what I want to do is I want to have a landing page. So it's like minervaapp.io or something like that, right? And I've included an example in here for this app called Tasky. It's a task manager. So what they did before they launched the app, they have a landing page, and it's very simple. It's just like one screen of the app on a mock-up on an iPhone, and then sign up to learn more when we launch or whatever, right? Be notified when we launch. So collect as many email addresses as possible in the 3 months leading up to launch. And then when the app does launch, we do a mass marketing campaign, or mass email campaign, sorry. We email instantly all those people that signed up for more information early on, and we tell them, hey, it's available, go ahead and download the app now. So what this means is that on day one of launch, you get a lot of users instead of slowly growing them, right? The growth is a lot more explosive and faster. I mean, not everyone you're going to email of those people that signed up is going to actually download it, but a good amount will. So instantly you get quite a few users on launch day. What else do I want to talk about? The target market here is college students, high school students too. I'd like to support AP courses on here because I think that's pretty important. And I think I'm pretty well qualified for this project. Number one, I have 3 years of mobile application development experience. I'm going to be a senior computer science major come fall. I've taken courses related to data science, machine learning, artificial intelligence, and also I'm part of the very demographic that I'm trying to market this to, the target market. I'm a student. So rather than developing an idea or a product that I think is great, but people aren't really going to use, and then it's just a waste of time, I know that people would use this and that it would be helpful to them being a student and talking to other students. So that's really where I see this being a very plausible business idea. I would also describe myself as a very UI UX focused developer, because there's two parts of software, right? There's the front end, which is what users see and interact with. Then there's the back end, which is kind of like the database. So that's important. In terms of cost for this application, the cost is very low. I don't need to invest in a real estate space. I don't need to lease a space. I don't need to pay a lot of employees. What I want to do is I want to bring 2 or 3 other developers on, hopefully BU students, but I'm willing to go to other universities in Boston. And I'll give them equity or vested equity instead of direct compensation. So there'd be no upfront cost in that regard. I'll just give them a chunk of the company. And the real cost comes in when it comes to the back end, the database, right? Because you need a system that is going to store for each resource, how many upvotes does it have, what category it belongs to. You need a database to store this hierarchy. So what I'm going to use is Firebase. I've used that for other mobile application projects in the past. They were an independent company. They were acquired by Google. So what Firebase does is they provide all the back end features you could possibly need for a mobile application. Chat, authentication. It allows users to sign up with Facebook, Google, email, phone, whatever you want. And then it also has what's called Firestore or real-time database, and that's where you can store, content or any kind of data you want, images, text, the database, that backend, and it's pay as you go. So you pay, different tiers depending on how much data you have. So it's tough to say what the exact cost of this would be, but let me just tell you, it's very low. I'm talking about like cents on the dollar for every user you bring on. Like I think 1,000 users is something like 20 cents. So that's the cost there. So extremely low cost. The only money that I would really need is for hosting the landing page, promoting the product on like Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, like those type of avenues, like running ad campaigns. So really all the money comes down to marketing. The labor and the capital is really just my time investment and the other developers' time investment. So this is why I think it's a very attractive business proposal. And thank you for listening to my rocket pitch.